Somewhere in this universe, well beyond the current limits set on our exploration out into the great unknown that is space, there lies a gun that can kill the past, undoing something that was already done. It's not known whether or not this is just some hoax or monkey's paw type of situation, but it's a legendary artifact that many have gone searching for. Many have tried to find it, and many have failed. By this point, most are able to, at the very least, find the dungeon in which this mysterious gun lies. You're one of the current lot trying to stake their claim on this mystical artifact. You came for one reason or another, and you aim to take the gun and use it to change your past. You've just entered the Gungeon. Enter the Gungeon is a top-down bullet hell roguelite from Dodge Roll Studio, the latest group of devs that Devolver have taken under their umbrella of Kickassitude, and it's an incredibly cute and enthralling romp through dungeon after dungeon after dungeon. And best of all, it has local multiplayer for 2 players. First and foremost, Enter the Gungeon is a roguelite. For those unfamiliar, this means that you'll be going on very difficult adventures through randomly generated dungeons and gathering random loot on the way. You'll fight a tough-as-nails boss on each floor, and you'll have a great time doing it. You'll also die. A lot. When you kick the bucket, that's the end of that run. You lose everything that you'd picked up, and you get to go again. Sometimes after you die, you'll unlock something, but anytime that you die, you'll be given the choice of either a quick restart, putting you right back into another randomly generated dungeon, or you can choose to go back to the hub to change characters. It's different from other roguelites in that instead of using some kind of permanent currency to get permanent upgrades, you just unlock more guns to find on your runs through the dungeon. Also, unlike other roguelites, you actually start off with a pretty huge selection of guns to find. Secondly, Enter the Gungeon is a bullet hell. Each run has you dodging this way and that in order to avoid bullets heading right for your face. And, you know, sometimes there are just a lot of bullets. A lot of bullets. Thankfully, you can take more than one hit, up to 6 normally, and then an extra couple of hits if you snag an armor pickup or 2. You can also use blanks to clear the screen, push enemies away from you, and keep them from shooting for a short amount of time. It's a kind of limited panic button that's refilled on every floor, and I really like the dynamic that this adds. It's not a bomb like in other bullet hells, where it just kills everything on the screen. It more just gives you a small amount of breathing room, and it can be extremely clutch. It's really awesome. In a word, the gameplay is tight. Movement is responsive, hitboxes are spot on, dodging feels great, and the wide variety of guns and items available is impressive, and there's never been a moment that made me go, what the fuck was that? Why did I die? It's hard, but fair. Unforgiving, but fun as hell. When I said that the variety of guns is impressive, that may have been a bit of an understatement. It is ridiculous how creative Dodge Roll has gotten with the guns. There's one that shoots spikes of ice that slow enemies. There's another that's shaped like a boat and the projectile bounces all around the room, and then there's bees! Bees! Enemies themselves seem to be a bit less varied than the guns, but their designs are all well done and they're all quite distinct, with there being families of enemies almost. Groups of different baddies that all have a similar base, but some feature that sets them apart. This makes it easy not only to learn the enemies, but to pick them out in the middle of all the chaos and actually prioritize your targets. Bosses are pretty difficult to say the least. It's kinda how you'd expect the bosses of a game that combined 2 different genres both known for hard bosses to be. That is to say, they take a bunch of practice and you're gonna die a lot. Each fight is a different kind of chaotic and they'll constantly have you on your toes. The soundtrack is brilliant, and I'm pretty sure it's done by the same person that did the soundtrack of Heavy Bullets, so it's got a similar feel to it, but it's also got brand new sass following it around. Enter the Gungeon's visual designs are as adorable as they are clever. All of them. There are little bullet dudes and little bullet bats, and you can flip the tables and things go everywhere, and your hearts are bullets. Okay, look at that and tell me it's cute. It is. It's adorable. The absolute best part of this game, though, is that you can play it with a friend. I didn't expect it to be the case, but even just the one friend playing with you locally amplifies how much fun Gungeon is and how crazy things can get. Player 2 always ends up as this one character, the cultist, a special character that's only available in co-op. It's a bit of a shame, but I understand why they limit you to that character. He starts with an item that can revive the other player if they're dead, and another item that boosts the cultist's damage if he's the only one left alive. It creates an interesting form of play, and like I said, I do see why they did it, but it'd be nice to mix up the other characters and their abilities. Enter the Gungeon is available on PS4 and PC for $15, and it's simply enjoyable. It's fun, challenging, and you can play it with a friend. If you're looking for a game that's just all around good, shooty fun to sit down and play, possibly with a friend, then this is one for you. Thanks for joining me for this episode of Indie Bytes. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please remember to leave a like and subscribe for more. If you have any indie games that I should check out, then please shoot them my way. You can leave a comment down below, or you can drop me a line on Twitter. My handle's @forkh, or you can shoot me an email at fork4h@gmail.com. I'll see you next time. Bye!